Let us pray. Create within me, Lord, both the desire and the power to do your gracious will, and make me a joy to you in new ways. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for the spirit of wisdom and understanding, the spirit of counsel and strength. I rejoice that you are able to do far more than all I ask or think, according to your power that is at work within me. Amen.
What if you could write your own success story? That's exactly what Mary Kay Ash did. Taught the power of positivity by her mother at an early age, Mary Kay Ash shared her confidence by telling herself and others, you can do it. She believed that if you could imagine a goal, you could achieve it. You may not see yourself as a salesperson, but selling is just sharing your enthusiasm for products you love. And you can have a fulfilling Mary Kay business thanks to confidence-building tools that can help you perfect your selling skills. As Mary Kay Ash would say, you can do it. She championed the idea that thinking like a woman was a business asset, and she empowered women to believe they could have it all and take their seats at the business table. When she suddenly lost her husband, she gathered her courage and her children and moved forward with building her business even in the face of adversity. Mary Kay Ash created a game-changing company where women could feel confident, beautiful, and connected with the support of her family and a dedicated girl tribe. And you can experience this community of uplifting, supportive women too as you invest in your future. You can do it, and you don't have to do it alone. Mary Kay Ash built a social network, one woman at a time, used word of mouth to drive engagement, and introduced women to a product line that featured the best in scientific breakthroughs. And you can do it too, because that dedication to excellent, easy-to-sell products continues today. Mary Kay Ash believed that success and ethics could coexist, and that the right values could carry you all the way to the top. As she often told others, never, absolutely never compromise your principles. She even started a charitable foundation dedicated to eliminating cancers affecting women and ending domestic violence. Mary Kay Ash was always about more than makeup. She truly cared about those in need and was determined to make the world a better place, one person at a time. And her legacy of confidence, courage, and caring lives on today through independent beauty consultants who pursue their dreams and give back to their communities. Whether you want to start small or go all in on your Mary Kay business, you can pursue success on your own terms and at your own pace. You can do it.
Community quarantine is hereby imposed in the entire of Metro Manila.
Since the beginning of the outbreak, healthcare facilities, medical transport, patients, as well as healthcare workers and their families, all of them are struggling to cope from a massive disruption brought about by a pandemic that has shaken the country and the entire world. Because of the continuous rise of cases and the pandemic continues to evolve, the healthcare community must be aware of how to prevent the spread of the virus as we seek for many unanswered questions. Hospitals are full. Frontliners are getting sick. Laboratory exams are too expensive and not accessible to a lot of people. Going to the hospital for lab exams would put you more at risk and your loved ones too. My Hospital transforms access to quality healthcare through teleconsultations and personal home visits by licensed physicians, and diagnostic tests are done at home. My Hospital team makes sure they provide quality healthcare that is accessible, convenient, while providing real value for money. They work tirelessly to make essential health services, especially COVID-related health services, easier to access for everyone. You can choose a doctor and book an appointment online. You can book your diagnostic tests in the comfort of your own home. You don't need to line up and buy your medicines. It will be delivered fresh and fast at your doorstep. There is My COVID Care Specialty Center, which focuses on helping mild and asymptomatic cases through teleconsultations and personal home visits with RT-PCR tests. Enter a new chapter in healthcare with My Hospital. My Health, My Choice. This is My Hospital. For more details, visit www.myhospital.ph or email info@myhospital.ph. It's MysSpace Show was launched on April 25, 2021.
Please join me as I update you with events, interview inspiring and empowering people, share with you places I've been to, some of my adventures, and share with you life discoveries through life hacks.
There were 14 episodes in Season 1 with 6,000 up to 14,000 highest reach and 2,000 to 12,000 highest views per episode featuring events, people, places, and life hacks.
But what really makes me smile nowadays is that I get to do what I love.
Ms Rio, our host, is a multi-awarded events organizer for 11 years. She is also a vlogger, health and fitness advocate, professional events host, motivational speaker, mompreneur, and a good mentor.
Every day you learn something new and you discover something new, especially now that you're together.
It's MysSpace Show is grateful for all the support of brand partners, media partners, bloggers, friends, family, and all the moms and followers who relentlessly shared the episodes weekly and happily joined our giveaways and fun digital campaigns. Season 2 is finally here, and we promise to give you amazing guests, interesting and heartwarming episodes that are worth sharing and will surely inspire every soul.
Mabuhay po kayong lahat.
It's MysSpace Show, your events, people, places and life hacks Sunday online show.
God bless, be brave, be happy, and be healthy. Bye! Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 11 of It's MysSpace Show. Today is November 14. My name is Ms Rio, and every Sunday, join me and our very special guests live via It's MysSpace Show, FB page, Global Pinas, TV 168, Bounce Back Network, VJ8 Radio, PMCM Events Management, and on YouTube, It's MysSpace Show. If you're cooking your lunch right now or you just woke up, good morning! Rise and shine. Just sit back and relax. And we will do our very best to give you an insightful and fun show today, I promise. And today is very, very special. It's really a dream come true to have him on the show, Dr. Ivan Misner, and also my good friend and Agora Awardee Ms Rio Ilao. Two wonderful and inspiring people only here in It's My Space show. So let's greet muna yung mga nagsa-celebrate ng birthday direct. I would like to greet the following friends na nagsa-celebrate ng kanilang birthday. Ang dami for the month of November and this week and the coming week, Gabriel Angelo Macadangdang, Michelle Cohuertas, Jonas Russell Santos, Diane Agoho, Gigi Azarcon, DJ Di Maliwat, Jody Bernardo, Mitch Medalla Ferraris, Alvin Pelosa of Business Mirror. Thank you, Sir Alvin. And happy birthday, TJ Mizuze, Malu Bauda from Infinity, Vilma Noche, our president, Infinity, Jeff Zapanta, Army Paz Pineda, Ferry Alpa, Kit Kat Cruz Diestro, Edwin Reyes, and Alma Agustin Dagle. Ayan. I just realized ang dami ko palang friends na nagse-celebrate ng birthday at marami dyan, Scorpios, di ba? I would like to thank also our brand partners for this week. Thank you, SureChoice Pharma Philippines, and of course the following products, Kenko B Collagen, where age is just a number. Do you agree? Type yes on the comment box if you agree. The essence of youth. This is anti-aging, joint health, skin and beauty. You can check out this product at www.surechoice.ph. Next one is Gluta White. Ito yung papamigay natin. Gluta White for a younger, healthier, glowing you. Whitening na, antioxidant pa, and immune booster. So I'd like to show you how it looks like. This is the box I'm holding right now. Ayan, Gluta White 500. So three winners and three lucky winners will get this Gluta White from SureChoice Pharma. And of course, we have another IQ Plus syrup. Thank you. IQ Plus syrup, being healthy and smart is a plus. This improves concentration, alertness, good brain and memory, especially sa ating mga kiddos who's doing online schooling, nakaka-stress daw minsan. Pero ito, it can help them with their mental clarity and focus. Next one is Dynamism. Live for more action. This is also anti-aging, for immunity, joint health, skin and beauty, and sports nutrition. And of course, meron pang isa. Thank you so much, Mary Kay Philippines. I'm wearing Mary Kay makeup right now. Thank you, Miss Nanette, Miss Sean. And we will be giving away a lot of prizes from them. Thank you also, Warehouse Club PH. And of course, Tarkie. Ayan. Thank you also to our brand partners and media partners. Business Mirror Online, Negocentro, helping small businesses since 2011. VG8 Radio, Voices of Greatness, Bounce Back Network, and of course, Global Pinas TV 168. And every Sunday, we will update you with events, interview inspiring and empowering people. And today, I have two special guests. That is Ms Rio Ilao. Ikukwentuhan niya tayo. Nako, Diyos ko, ang ganda ng kanyang story. At kakapanalo lang niya sa Agora Awards. And of course, our special guest, Dr. Ivan Misner. Shout out to all the BNI Philippines members who are here. Woo-hoo! Please write on the comment box which chapter you are from. I will do my very best to greet you guys. Please stay with me until the end of the show. We are giving away a lot of prizes as usual. So watch out for it. So guys, thank you so much, BNI Infinity. Dapat nandito na ang aking love na chapter. Thank you so much, the headquarters office, Miguel Lindo, shout out. And of course, Dexter Ortega, our national director. And this week, we have a lot of giveaways. So for today's season 2, episode 11, we will be giving away the following. Mary Kay Cosmetics, 5 winners of botanical cleansers and lip and cheek. Almost 2,000 pesos po yan. So all you have to do, we're typing on the comment box line, showing on the screen, a free skin analysis. Ayan. And take a picture of that and send it and PM it to It's MysSpace Show. Okay, so anong mapapanalunan ninyo? Ito, next slide please. You will receive a cleanser and of course a lip cheek stick per winner. 5 winners po yan. So click nyo na yung free skin analysis. PM a screenshot of that at It's MysSpace Show FB Messenger and like It's MysSpace Show FB page. Ayan. SureChoice Pharma Philippines, as promised, mamimigay tayo ng Gluta White. So 3 winners po yan. This box is almost 1,800 pesos per box. Pampaputi po ito, antioxidant. All you have to do, like, follow, and share Gluto White Food Supplements on FB page, and like It's My Space Show FB page. So dapat naman i-share natin tong very insightful and fun episode to our 10 friends and use the official hashtag It's My Space Show giveaway and hashtag SureChoice Pharma. Ayan, ito yung box na makukuha ninyo pag kayo ay nanalo. 3 winners po yan. Warehouse Club PH, Made Mindful, VCO by Bianca King. Ito po, you have to do is like, follow and share Warehouse Club PH FB page, like It's My Spatial FB page, and share this live stream to 10 friends of yours and use the official hashtag It's My Spatial giveaway, and hashtag Warehouse Club PH. Ito po ito. Made Mindful VCO. Pinadala po ito ng actress na si Miss Bianca King and Warehouse Club PH. Yan. Very new VCO. And of course, HKT. Thank you so much, Warehouse Club PH. All you have to do is like, follow, and share Warehouse Club PH FB. Like It's My Spatial FB page and share to 10 friends of yours, and hashtag It's My Spatial giveaway and hashtag Warehouse Club PH. You have to put the hashtag para ma-determine ng ating director kung sinong mananalo. And last but not the least, Tarkie. Thank you, Tarkie. We are giving away 100 pesos GCash. Yan, isa-send po sa inyo yan. And 5 winners ang ating i-announce later on. So if you want to partner with us and promote your products and services here on the show, you may call this number 0917-834-4978 or email pmcm.events@gmail.com. And before I call our first guest, all the way from her farm, Ines, in Cavite, I'd like to announce this upcoming events we are supporting. My Hospital. It's a free webinar on November 18, 6 p.m. po yan via Zoom. My Hospital PH presents Preventive Health. Delayed treatment is denied treatment. For more details, check out their Facebook for more details, My Hospital PH, or you can also get in touch with PMCM Events Management. Hero Summit Online, okay, OFWs and frontliners on November 30, Saturday. Please attend this. BNI Star members are organizing this. Shout out to Anne Margaret Danga, Janice Senorine, and JJ Latargo. And of course, 1 month photo realism art exhibit on November 30, running from November 30 to December 15 at 5th floor Plaza 66 Newport Boulevard, Pasay City. For the benefit po yan of My Library Foundation Incorporated, Antiqueno Fine Arts Scholarship brought to us by GK College. For more details, contact 0916-292-1470. And once again, welcome to all the members of BNI Philippines. Hello, hello. Please write on the comment box which chapter you are from, and I will do my very best to read you guys. And you can also write your questions or comment as well on the chat box. So let's start the ball rolling. I'm so excited by calling our first guest for today. She's one of the leading female tech entrepreneurs in the country today, a mother of 3. She is the woman behind Tarkie, one of the top technology companies in the Philippines that specializes in remote work productivity and business process automation. Last October 2021, Rio received the prestigious Agora Award for Outstanding Achievement in Entrepreneurship Small Scale. She was also awarded a Technology Innovator in the first ever Matt Smith Innovation Awards last March 2021. She was also an Idea Space awardee in 2016 and a Philippine representative in the biggest IT show, Connect Tech Asia Singapore. Please welcome Ms Rio Ilao. Hi, Rio.
Hi, Mice. Thank you so much for having me today. Good morning, everyone. Can I also give a shout out to our team and to my family? They're
Sure.
actually watching now. So yan, to my mom, dad, and brother. Yan, nanonood din sila. And also our Tarkie team. And they're also watching kahit Sunday, Mice. Grabe ang support. And
Yes,
of course,
thank
to our
you.
BNI chapter, BNI Limitless Passive. Yan. Hello,
Yay!
guys.
Shout out to
Yeah.
BNI Limitless. Rio is in the house. Welcome, Rio, to It's My Space Show, Season 2,
Yes,
Episode
it's my
11.
pleasure. Oo.
How are you? Pero before we talk about Tarkie, kwentuhan mo muna kami kasi kakapanalo mo din just recently sa Agora. Please tell us about your personal background.
Well, yun, first of all, it's really my pleasure, Mais, to be in your show. Congratulations on a very successful run of MySpace. So season 2 na pala, and kanina
Yes.
nakaka-excite kasi ang daming sponsors. So yan, so
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Like you, I'm also a mompreneur. So I have 3 wonderful kids. Yesterday they had their recital in Center for Pop. So nakaka-proud. Iba
Wow.
yung pakiramdam, no, when it's your kid's success. Mas ano
Oo.
siya mas mabigat yon, mas nakaka-excite. So a bit of background siguro. I came from very humble beginnings. I grew up in Sampaloc, Manila, in a very small house. If I'm not mistaken, siguro mga 40 to 50 square meters lang na bahay. Ang liit-liit lang talaga. Um, I am the ate, so I have a brother. And my dad was a chemical engineer by profession, but due to some circumstances before at work, he was forced to become an OFW.
Mm.
My mom naman is a full-time housewife. So growing up, nakita ko yung picture ko mais of a strong woman was my mom kasi talagang she sacrificed everything for us. Yun, lalagang binigay niya to be able to take care of us. So, yun, growing up, yun nga, as I've mentioned, very, no, very simple family, very humble beginnings. And in a way, yun yung naging motivation ko siguro to really strive hard. I don't know if we can show some photos siguro of,
Yeah, I saw a photo of your mom and dad together with your brother. No, ito, we're showing on the screen right now. Naka-PowerPoint kasi to. This is your company, no, yung Mobile Optima.
yes, correct.
Yeah,
So this is our company.
and this one, this
Yan.
picture. Ang cute mo
So
dito,
yeah,
Rio.
throwback picture. So yeah, these are my parents. So hi again, ma and dad for watching. So they've always been supportive, and sabi ko nga, um, yun, sila yung naging inspiration ko, no, motivation to really strive hard. Yung
Mm-mm.
naging pangarap ko because we lived in a very small house, and alam ko na yung mom ko gusto talaga niya magkaroon ng malaking bahay. So isa sa promise ko sa kanya, the moment makapagtrabaho ako is I would buy them a house and lot.
Yeah.
So
Oo, 'di ba
yeah,
naging scholar ka ng Metro Bank Foundation and you were studying in
yes.
Ateneo de Manila University and graduated with honors and with a degree of Bachelor of Science in Management Engineering. So you were chosen as one of the PNG's top 12 student Excellence Awardees of the Philippines in 2001. Please share to us kasi this is very instrumental to achieving your goal in providing a big house to your parents. Can you share us about it,
Correct.
Rio?
Yeah, so yeah, this is a very big accomplishment for me, no, because the PNG had a lecture hall in Ateneo. So you can find this when you go to Ateneo, and there's a big marker. Tapos yung unang pangalan, yan, pangalan ko yan. So they have a Student Excellence Award, no, every year they would pick 3 students from the top 4 universities in the Philippines, and then they would award them. So siguro mais yung nangyari sa akin, blessing in disguise. If I remember correctly, third year ko of high school, yun yung
Yeah.
time na nag-close yung company ng dad ko, and he had to go to abroad, no, to work.
Mm.
And I was parang before I was doing well naman in school, pero all of a sudden I had to really strive harder to be the valedictorian in that school. Kasi if you are the
Mm.
valedictorian, you will get full scholarship. Tapos pag
Yes.
salutatorian ka, half scholar ka lang. So
Mm.
sa akin, parang there was so much riding on that valedictorian. Hindi lang siya about, getting the title or getting the award. It's about finishing school. So yun
Yeah.
yung naging motivation ko to really study hard talaga. So yun, nakuha ko yung valedictorian in high school. And I think yun yung naging parang board, no, springboard. Kasi pangarap ko din talaga makapasok ng Ateneo. But Ateneo ang mahal ng tuition. So,
Yes. Yes.
sinuwerte din ako. I was able to get
Mm.
a full scholarship from Metrobank Foundation. They would pick, I think nung batch ko, parang 3 lang kami sa Ateneo that
Mm.
was given
Mm.
the Metrobank scholarship grant. So yun, buong Ateneo time ko, full scholar. They even gave us an allowance every month for
Ang
pamasahe,
galing.
for food. So yan.
Uh-huh.
So also yan, shout out to our Metrobank family. Until now, they've been very supportive of my career. Tapos from
Mm-mm.
then on, from Ateneo naman, napansin din tayo ng PNG just before I graduated.
Yeah.
So yeah, napunta tayo dito sa Student Excellence Award. And yun, when I
Mm.
graduated, I joined PNG. And yan, that really set off my career.
Yes, and you worked there for 8 years, handling different roles in finance in several countries in Asia. Can you tell us about it? And this picture is very, very special for you because you achieved your dream of giving the best gift for your parents as you promised them while you're growing up, a house. And you achieved it
Yes.
from Procter and Gamble, but just by working at Procter and Gamble. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, so yan, correct. Katas ng PNG and Mais.
Yeah.
Parang gusto ko malagyan dati when we were able to build it, maglagay ng flag ng PNG dyan. Kasi yan, um, I was able to give this wonderful gift to my parents because of a good career in PNG. And I would say yung decision to join a multinational corporation, now specifically PNG, was also one of the, a very good decision I made in my life. Kasi I was able to get very good financial rewards na as you can see nga itong house na to.
Yes.
But also I was able to get very good training. So in PNG, as you know, it's one of the best companies in the world to work for. I was
Yes.
exposed to a lot of good, no, very good best in class practices. I was also exposed to different functions. I
Mm-mm.
started my career in Cabuyao, in the Cabuyao plant of PNG in Laguna.
Yeah.
Tapos after nun, I was exported, no, I was exported to Singapore where
Yeah.
I handled the ASEAN, Australia and New Zealand business of PNG Pantene.
Mm-mm.
And then
Yes.
after that, I was able to go to Japan, no, to handle the SK2 brand. Are you familiar with that, Mais? Very premium skincare brand,
Oh, yeah,
oo,
yeah,
ng
yeah.
PNG na SK2. Yun. Tapos, yun, very, very good exposure working with um, different nationalities, di ba? You learn to work with different cultures,
Yes.
different people. Yan. Tapos, I came back to Philippines when I met Jerry and we got
Ooh.
married. Yun. Um, parang career ba, love or money? Syempre, love tayo, Mai. So, I decided to go back to the Philippines.
Yeah.
Yun. And then shortly after, I joined my husband na rin to become a full-time entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur, yeah, oo. Ang nakaka-inspiring story ni Rio, no? You really focus on working so hard because you wanted to achieve your dreams. Pero ayun mo, sinet aside mo ng panandalian because you fell in love with a wonderful man who is also a friend of mine, Jerry. Hi,
Yeah.
Jerry, if you're watching. So you became an entrepreneur. Can you tell us about Tarkie naman? So I think we have some pictures also to show about Tarkie. So can you tell us about it?
Yes, so Tarkie is a solution. It's a software that's designed for field work and remote work. So if
Mm-mm.
you're a company and you are managing no people remotely, so hindi mo sila nakikita. So whether they're in the field, you have sales agents,
Yeah.
auditors, merchandisers, or you have people working from home, and you want to have a tool to be able to manage them effectively, then
Mm-mm.
Tarkie is a great solution for you. When Tarkie started out, Mais, nagsimula yan as a tracking tool muna for field
Oh,
employees. So para siyang
okay.
GPS system, no, for
Right.
field employees. But we kept upgrading it, kept evolving it. So we added so many features along the way. We added digital forms. So parang meron siyang Google Docs builder inside
Yes.
Tarkie. We
Mm-mm.
also added very recently, no, because of the pandemic, Zoom integration. So you can also do virtual meetings in Tarkie. And yun, now it has become really a fully loaded solution for for field work and remote work productivity.
Mm-mm. And we are
Yeah,
showing here the brands that you work with. And
yes, we
also,
are.
yeah, mga multi-awarded din mga brands na ito. Can you tell us about it? What are the particular services you're giving sample lang sa mga brands na to?
Yeah, we are actually one of the largest na no in the Philippines in terms of
Hmm.
the field automation technology. And yun nga, these are some of our biggest clients. Si
Yeah.
Bounty has been with us since 2015. This is the whole group of Bounty. So yung Chooks to Go, retail, also the Bounty Fresh Chicken, they're all using Tarki. And basically, it's their sales teams no that are on Tarki. We help them digitize all of their reports. So yung imagine mo kung meron kang sales agent, you have to go to the Chooks to Go stores, di ba? They have to
Yeah.
do sales report, they have to do inventory report, they have to check kung okay yung store, in
Mm-mm.
perfect uniform ba yung mga merchandiser. So all of these data are recorded in Tarki para digital and real time. So the
Yeah.
head office, pagka-submit lang nung team in the field, kita agad nung head office. And because of that, they are able to make real-time decisions.
Oo.
Globe is also yan another big client of ours. It's the technicians naman na nakatarki. So they basically kung ma-imagine mo no pag may pumunta sa iyo na Globe Tech at inayos
Mm-mm.
yung broadband mo,
Mm-mm.
um yung report na ginagawa nila, their service report is also done using the Tarki system.
Ang
Yan
galing.
and so
Oo.
lahat talaga ano na siya, digital transformation.
Mm-mm.
And so this was I was
At ikaw ang nakaisip nito.
Yes, but also with the help of our stakeholders.
Yeah,
So
oo.
yan, of course, we have a very strong team talaga who's yan very hardworking, and our clients din talaga. Our clients, we also work a lot with our clients.
Mm-mm. And you receive
Ang
a lot of testimonials from your clients as well. Happy talaga sila. And these are your
I'm so
clients who
glad.
are very happy with your services.
Yeah, I'm so glad din. So this is ano, yan, Eurotex naman.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Eurotech, delivery, you also monitor their delivery and also Abenson.
Yes, that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
So, si Eurotex kanina yung photo, it's for the merchandisers. Yung
Right.
sales report naman ang nasa Tarki. And then for Abenson, this time it's the delivery people. So, if you notice, Mais, di ba parang bakit ganun? Ang dami, ang
Dami.
daming
Oo.
gumagamit. Oo.
Mm.
That's really how we designed Tarki. Na kahit whether you're in sales, whether you're doing delivery, whether you're doing audit, basta nasa field ka, Tarki can be a solution for you. And we designed it, Mais, in a way na kung ano lang yung kailangan mo, yun lang yung kita mo. So for example, if you're just using sales, hindi mo kailangan yung service, hindi mo makikita yon. So yan, so very
Mm.
customizable system and tool for our local companies today.
Oo, you are an innovator, Rio. And the first ever Mansmith Innovation Awards etong year lang na to, March 2021, nanalo ka. Can you tell us about it? Ayan, may
Yeah,
picture
so
tayo dyan. Oo.
yan, yeah. Another proud moment for our company.
Mm.
The Mansmith Group, no, sila Sir Josiah, Miss Chicky, yan, they
Mm.
instituted the first ever Mansmith Innovation Awards. For the first run, they awarded six innovators. And for the technology category, we're so fortunate that our company was awarded. And I think what they looked at, yung innovation kasi mais ang sabi nila, ang difference daw ng invention versus innovation. Ang
Yeah,
innovation is invention na meron ng traction. So
right.
meron kang
Mm.
validation talaga that the invention or the new technology is working. And when they looked at our portfolio of clients, yun, I think they were also impressed na marami na din talaga natutulungan yung Tarki system in the Philippines.
Connect Tech Asia in Singapore in 2018. I think we saw each other there. I attended this event eh.
Correct.
And I visited
Yes.
your booth. We had lunch together. Doon pa tayo nag-meeting ni Jerry with your hobby. And I could see,
Ang busy sa Philippines, natuloy tayo sa Singapore.
yes, hindi tayo magkita-kita sa Pilipinas, pero nagkita tayo doon
Correct.
at nag-lunch o lunch tayong tatlo. We had a date. And you are an achiever. So what inspired you to do well? And what are the tips that you can give to our viewers to becoming an award-winning entrepreneur?
Yeah, siguro yung inspiration sa akin, Mais, and this can be different for different people, no? But for
Hmm.
me, my motivation talaga was my family. So yun nga nang mention ko na growing up, I really wanted to provide a good life, no, for my parents.
Yeah.
I
Mm-mm.
saw how much sacrifice they made for our family, and growing up, I wanted to be able to give back. And
Right.
now that I have also a family of my own, gusto ko rin talaga, when I look at my kids, kahit minsan pagod na tayo sa gabi, sa dami ng meetings buong araw, no, but when you look at them, parang they really give you energy to be able to move forward. And siguro, yung award, parang minsan bonus na lang siya, no? Kasi
Mm-mm.
yung success naman talaga, like in our case, the success of Tarkie, it didn't happen overnight. So
True.
siguro one of the things that I can share, and although this is gas-gas na, but really never give up. Our first 5 years of Tarkie, hindi siya madali. In fact, we didn't earn during our first 5 years. I would
Mm-hmm.
be very stressed, very problematic every time magpe-payroll kami. Kasi when I look at our bank account, parang, oh my God, saan ako kukuha ng
Oh, I can
pangpasweldo,
relate.
di ba? Di ba, ganun siya eh.
Yeah.
Parang, ang daming yun, sleepless nights, or a lot of sleepless nights. And I would ask myself sometimes, no, kaya ko pa ba to? Lord, bigyan mo ako ng energy, kaya ko pa ba to? And good thing that I didn't give up kasi now, di ba, I'm just so glad that things were able to turn around and now we're
Yeah.
doing so well. Yeah, and I would say, siguro throughout this journey, nakita ko rin talaga the hand of God at work. Yung kaninang pinakita natin na portfolio, di ba, of our clients,
Yes.
would you believe some of our big clients there, we were
There are
able to
big
get them.
clients. They are
Yes,
big clients.
without even targeting them. They were the ones who came to us. They were the ones who inquired. And I can only attribute that to the hand of God, di ba? Na parang, siguro yung sabi ni Lord talaga na, do your best and I will do the rest. Basta alam niya na ready na, things will happen talaga in His time. So,
Yes.
yun yung mga, sigurong, learnings na masasabi ko. And
Mm-mm.
siguro yun, one more thing, I remember lang, find something that you're really good at. Yung parang hanapin mo kung saan yung gift mo. In
Mm.
tech, we call this domain expertise. Hanapin mo kung saan ka magaling.
Domain expertise. Oo. Mhm.
Correct. Kasi kung magaling ka dun sa isang bagay na yon, you will never run out of ideas. Talagang you will always be able to innovate. You will always be ahead in the game. Yun. And I think that's how you build, a really strong company and a really strong business.
And you'll never get tired as well. It's as
Correct.
if
No, like in your
you're
case, 'di
playing.
ba? Oo, 11 years, 'di ba? Listening to the intro kanina.
I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot. So I can really feel you what you've been through for the first 5 years, Rio. And I'm so proud of you. Kasi ngayon, another achievement of you. Last October 2021, you received a prestigious Agora Award for Outstanding Achievements and Entrepreneurship Small Scale. This is in the midst of pandemic, guys. So how did you do it and how did you thrive in the new normal?
Yeah, so yan, first of all, yan, this is really a huge honor for me and our company. Hindi ko talaga in-expect, Mais, na
Mm.
mapapansin tayo at some point. And I recall nung nagsisimula ako as an entrepreneur, nakakakita kasi ako ng photo sa social media talaga of Agora awardees, no? Yung mga
Yeah.
people that I look up to, they receive the Agora. And parang pinangarap ko, no, at some point kaya magkakaroon din kaya tayo ng ganitong award. So, yan, nung napansin tayo, this is really a dream come true. So we're so thankful to the PMA and the Agora committee for really recognizing our company. You're right, this happened in the midst of the pandemic.
True.
And yung isa siguro na maybe I can share, no, when the pandemic happened, parang you always have a choice, eh, 'di ba? Whether you look
Mm.
at the negative side or you find a way to adapt and evolve. 'Di ba?
Yeah.
Kasi yeah, it's true that it really affected a lot of businesses negatively, but at the
Mhm.
same time, it also opened up a lot of opportunities. So,
True.
doon sa amin, we decided to look at the positive side, no? Really identify what opportunities can be made available for us. And yun, in the case of Tarkie, as I've mentioned, parang ano siya, wake-up call to really
Mm.
expand Tarkie even further.
Yeah.
So, si Tarkie, as I've mentioned, we started before na parang tracking, mobile lang. Ngayon,
Mm.
we're really making it multi-platform. So, whether
Mm.
naka-laptop ka, you're doing this on the web, you can be able to use the Tarkie app. And also,
Mhm.
yung isa naming business, Mais, as you know, di ba, Vernew, it was
Yes.
also an idea yon that was born out of the pandemic. And
Yes.
yun, I think yung mindset lang that you have to be open to opportunities. Wag mahiyang mag-pivot kasi baka minsan yung iba na siguro isip, ay nagbago na sila siguro dahil hindi na gumagana yung dati. Para sa akin, doesn't matter, 'di ba? As an entrepreneur, we really have to adapt and evolve. Nagbabago talaga yung mga bagay-bagay. And I mean, at the end of the day, that's how we will survive and then hopefully thrive, 'di ba, in this new normal.
And when I saw that picture on Facebook, sabi ko, damn, that's my friend. I'm so proud of you and goosebumps talaga because knowing someone like you who works so hard, who is very passionate. Off cam, sabi niya sa akin kaniri, mais hindi ako madaldal ah. But if you're talking about Tarkie, if you're talking about family, nakikita ko na you're very passionate about, your job and your work. Hindi nga job and work eh. Parang it looks like a leisure for you. Hindi ka napapagod talaga. And you're right now in the farm, enjoying your time with your family. And I'm so happy for you. If there's anything else that you want to achieve in 3 to 5 years, what would it be? Probably more awards because you're working so hard. Yeah.
Hindi naman na. Yun. But yun for Tarkie, Mais, yun, we still have a lot of dreams talaga. Just before the pandemic happened, we had plans to go international. So, yung at least Southeast Asia, kaya may nakita tayo sa Singapore, parang inspiration yun sa amin to really start going outside the Philippines. So, yan, isa sa mga short-term plans namin yung Southeast or international expansion. And siguro long-term, yung vision namin, Mais, kasi for Tarkie is to be a globally recognized Filipino product. Kasi sa tech, ewan ko kung napansin mo, maybe siguro in general sa Philippines, magagaling tayo, sikat yung mga Pinoy for being very good in service. So a lot of, the other countries, they outsource to us kasi magaling tayo doon sa service. Pero yung parang nakita namin na opportunity is sana makilala din tayo for our own innovation. Kasi magagaling din talaga yung mga Pinoy. So yun yung long-term goal namin for Tarkie. And siguro on a personal level, I just turned 40 last month, October.
I know, I saw your picture. Pang Miss
Correct.
Universe.
And yun, parang di ba sabi nila life begins at 40? So sabi ko, ngayon na nag-40 na ako, kailangan ko rin talaga to really have more time siguro to take care of myself. So yan. So ayan, health-wise, baka mukhang kailangan siya, Mais, di ba? So yun, isa din siya sa mga siguro priority areas ko na if I want to achieve more and also be able to take care of my family, kailangan din talaga i-prioritize yung health. So yeah.
Before I let you go, Rio, ang daming messages dito. Ang dami mong na-inspire today. I'd like to say hi to C. Brian Lato. Congratulations, Ms Rio. Well-deserved award. Hashtag Agora Circle 41st. Tarkie, proud BNI Limitless, Manila Central Region. Hi, Brian!
Yeah, hi, Brian! Thank you so much.
And of course,
one of our strongest supporters to si Brian and very good friend. Yeah, hi, Brian. Thank you.
Sabi ni Rene Rose Oriol, congrats po, Ms. Rio. You deserve it. Thank you for sharing and your advice is very inspiring. Thank you for motivating me. Ayan, ang daming mga messages dito. And congrats, sabi ni Diana Minted, congrats po. You deserve it. I agree. I 100%.
Thank you so much. Oo, nakakataba naman ng puso. Yan, thank you.
Sabi ni Net Mascan, you are a very inspirational speaker, Ms. Rio. And Gabriel Dominguez, very inspiring story, Ms. Rio. And Rowena Mancol Ruede, ang galing mo daw. Clap, clap, clap. And Ana Cristina Cruz, wow, Agora Awards. Dream come true talaga yan. So, yun, nalaman na natin na ang goal pala ni Ms. Rio is not just to receive awards, pero bonus talaga yan. It's really God's blessing to have those awards kasi it's an affirmation of your hard work and passion with what you do. And more than ever, gusto mo na rin syempre at the age of 40, you take care of yourself. Ako nga this year, self-care talaga. Self-care.
Yes.
Kasi sobrang binuhos natin ng pagtatrabaho for the past several years. I think we deserve to take care of ourselves. And you don't look 40 naman. Don't worry about it.
Thank you. Ikaw din, Mais. Yan. Sabi ko nga kanina, di ba sa tech check, anong secret mo, Mais, ba't ang blooming?
Cleansing and exercise. There you go. Thank you, Ria, so much. Thank you so
Yeah,
much for
thank you. My
joining
pleasure
us
again.
on the show.
Yes.
Bye.
Yeah, thanks, Mais. And thank you, everyone. Bye.
Enjoy the farm. Enjoy your time with your family. You deserve it, Rio. You are very, very one lucky woman because you work so hard for so many years. So before I call another special guest, this is to thank everyone for supporting the October episodes. We had 5 episodes. Thank you to our brand partners. We're flashing on the screen the analytics for October. October 3, 2021, we have reached 9,901 and views 5,305. On October 10, we had reached 9,737 and views 5,203. And next is October 17, reach is 9,862, views 5,009. October 24, reach 4,881 and views 4,096. And the last episode for the month of October, we had reached 3,747 and views 3,719. And this is still growing in numbers as the day goes on. And if you're looking for a place in Makati, this is for places segment, there are more than 20 rooms for rent for only 10,000 pesos per month. This is near Buendia, Ayala, and Makati Ave, the Marconi Creekside Uppertel. It's a newly renovated Uppertel. Please contact 0917-834-4978 or message FB page, It's MysSpace Show, or It's MysSpace Open House. And only here on the show, I'm happy to announce that I have accepted a new challenge, yes, that I never ever have thought I would venture into one day. It is something that maybe I would like to try at least once in a lifetime. It gave me so much excitement when a good friend of mine offered me a key acting role in an upcoming movie in mid 2022. Most of you know that even in the past, I like movies a lot, and for some years prior to the pandemic, part of my events business was movie vlog screening. This time around, I will be in a movie that hopefully PMCM would also launch next year. This film is produced by GK Films, GK College, and My Library Foundation Incorporated. It is an advocacy film about the fine arts. It is a very wholesome, again, very wholesome, entertaining, and educational movie fit for the whole family, especially for those who have the artist in them. The title of the movie is The Fine Artist, Aladdin Antiqueno's story. It is a biopic film of a living multi-awarded Filipino fine artist who happened to be the Dean of Fine Arts of GK College. The target audience of this film, aside from us, would be the academe, hopefully all the colleges and universities with fine arts or arts-related courses. And these numbers are huge, not only the college students, but also the high school kids nationwide. And this film will be shown locally and internationally, and definitely aims to also have this on Netflix. Woohoo! In line with this, I would like to invite everyone to become our brand partners. If you think that this will be something that would be beneficial for you to sponsor, either in the form of cash or in kind, let GK Films or GK College know. And the sisters who are going to be in the movie are Tanya Gomez as Mirna, Pinky Gomez, who is the sister of Richard Gomez, as Linda, and yours truly, the youngest among the sisters, as Lourdes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, GK Films, for your trust and confidence in me. We will be right back with our very special guest, calling all the members of BNI Philippines. Our next guest is Dr. Ivan Misner. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Spread us apart. It challenged what it meant to be together. We had to shut our doors and make difficult decisions.
Being in the events industry, my business will close down.
For me, I lost about 90% of my interior design projects. It was put on hold or canceled. I was so close to giving up.
As we distanced ourselves from each other,
To address this crisis and place the entire country under a state of public health emergency,
Joey De Jos is checking whether his cash registers still work.
Yan, zero.
Tayo po ay nasa state of calamity at kasalukuyang under enhanced community quarantine.
Businesses are closing at a pace unseen in recent years.
Times got hard. Hope was fading.
The country is now in one of its worst periods of recession.
The world around us was changing.
Millions of Filipinos have lost their jobs.
Because of the pandemic, I have to close one of my shops.
The pandemic has greatly impacted their earnings as they were closed for almost 6 months.
But together at BNI, we continue to rise above challenges, and in our more connected world, we redefined what it meant to be together. 2020 tested our resilience, but all that did was strengthen our determination to heal together, rebuild together, grow together. That despite our distances, we never walk alone.
Because of BNI, I was introduced to Ms. Lee of Jelly Events, and she shared with me the possibility of turning face-to-face events to online events.
As a medical frontliner, BNI has helped my business through countless referrals, thus helping me identify positive cases of COVID-19.
BNI helped me pivot our business from having a bleak forecast to actually having concrete opportunities to thrive throughout the pandemic and beyond.
We're able to sustain our business and keep our people.
BNI Universe encouraged me to rebrand my company and leverage my passion for wine. Therefore, I transitioned to pursuing a wine business and rose above the challenge.
And if there's one thing we learned, it's that it doesn't matter how hard it can get. We can overcome the challenges of tomorrow because we're together today.
We are Excite. We are Abundance.
We are Capital.
We are Champion.
We are BNI Hawk.
BNI Limitless.
BNI Premier.
We are Elite.
BNI Phoenix.
BNI Excel.
Genesis. Premier. Dynamic.
Zero Universe.
Investment.
Star.
Eagles.
All Stars.
Bayanland.
Gold.
Iconic.
Zeal.
Grit.
We are BNI.
Together at BNI.
And we're back. That was the video of BNI Philippines showing how members with businesses thrive during the pandemic. And I'm one proud member of BNI Infinity chapter, which was launched on August 26 this year. Shout out to all the BNI Philippines members who's watching right now. And another video that was played earlier is introducing my very special guest. This is indeed a dream come true for me. I am over the moon right now. Without further ado, please welcome the founder and chief visionary officer of BNI, the world's largest business networking organization, co-founder of BNI Charitable Foundation, New York Times best-selling author who has written 26 books and called the father of modern networking by Forbes and CNN. Please welcome Dr. Ivan Misner. Hi, Ivan.
Oh, hello. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate what a wonderful introduction.
Welcome to It's MysSpace Show. This is our season 2, episode 11.
Nice.
How are you?
I am fantastic. I'm talking to you from my home office in Austin, Texas. This is where I have worked for the last 5 years.
Yes, it's a very good office. And you use that background always in Zoom, and
I do, and it's a real background because people think, is that a
virtual
background? But no, it's real. You can see it.
it's real, guys. Because someone asked that in the global convention if they're using a virtual background. So there you go. It's 100% real. So, Dr. Ivan, I want to get to know you first before we talk about BNI. There's a lot of things to talk about BNI. I'm so excited. I want to know, how did you grow up? Did you grow up in Austin, Texas? And who are your personal mentors while growing up?
No, I didn't grow up in Austin. I grew up in Southern California. I had two really great parents. We grew up in a very, very low-income neighborhood, and but my parents were fantastic. If I have any people skills at all, I got those from my mother, and I got my work ethic from my father, who worked really, really hard to make ends meet. And my mother was very much a people person. So they were, obviously a big influence. But I think I had local teachers, particularly in high school, that really made a difference in who I became as a person. And, we spoke earlier about you being the mentor coordinator in BNI. And I think that's such an important role, because we all have people who are in our story. There are people like my high school teachers who made a difference in my life. But the real question, I think, in life is not who's in our story, but whose story are we in?
Right.
Whose life have we changed in some way? What little thing or big thing have we done for other people that have made a difference in their life? So mentors to me are extremely important, and they were important in my life.
Oh, that's very challenging, actually. It's a very challenging role, but I do love it because I get to know each member on a personal level, business and personal level. So let me ask, Ivan, what were your dreams when you were a little boy? Or who are your personal mentors while growing up?
Well, I thought I would be in politics when I was younger. I thought I'd be a lawyer and then go into politics. I decided I didn't want to go to law school. I was accepted to law school after I finished college, and I decided I didn't want to do that. And so I really focused more on business. My mentors growing up were really, like I said, my parents and a high school teacher. I had 3 high school teachers that really made a difference in my life, and I dedicated one of my books to all 3 of them. One of them got me into student government by something he did that was just amazing to me. One was the person who managed the student government program, and the other was a high school football coach who gave me my first self-help book. So I was 16, and he gave me a book called Psycho-Cybernetics. And it's about the power of positive thinking. And it's really about the law of attraction before the law of attraction came out. And that absolutely changed my perspective on how to view the world. That positive thinking and the power of positive thinking is life-changing. And really, later in life, me talking about hope being more powerful than fear comes really from the concepts I learned as a 16-year-old in high school from my coach.
Yeah, I think I heard that from the BNI podcast, one of the episodes where you shared the tape. It's about the tape.
Yeah, it was actually, you have a good memory. It was actually a bootlegged cassette tape. I said a book. I went out and bought the book because the cassette tape was condensed. So I went out and bought the book. I think I still have on my bookshelf the actual book that I got when I was 16.
Yeah, 16
but he
years
gave me a
old.
bootleg cassette tape that he copied. And the funny thing is he gave a copy to all of the football players.
I know. I was listening to it when I was having my brisk walking at the
And they
park.
hated it. They hated this.
Yes.
And I'm like, are you kidding? This is powerful. This is fantastic. And they're like, you're an idiot. Why are you listening to that? And I thought it was incredibly powerful. And that's what a mentor can do.
Mm-hmm.
A mentor can do one little thing that changes the trajectory of your life in some way.
Right. 1983. Let's go. Let's have a flashback.
Okay.
You had a business consulting firm before BNI, And you shared a story in podcasts. You had a very big client and represents half of the company, and then it did not renew its contract, and you
Right.
just bought a house.
Yeah.
You needed to get referrals and speaking engagements to generate income for you. But this is very instrumental why BNI was born. Can you please share to our audience, Ivan?
Yeah, so I started my consulting business in '83. In '84, towards the end of '84, I bought this house, and I thought this contract would renew. I didn't know his finances, and he was underfunded, so he didn't renew the contract. I had been to a lot of networks that were really mercenary. You know, you'd go there and everybody was trying to sell to me, and I felt like I'd been slimed and I needed to go home and get a shower. And then I'd been to a lot of networks that were very social. It was happy hour and hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
I didn't like either of those. And when I lost this contract, I realized I got most of my business through referrals and speaking engagements. And so I needed to get more referrals. So I put together a small group of people I trusted. I hoped that they trusted me and that we would refer each other. And it worked really well. What I didn't recognize was that like almost all businesses have the same problem. And so when I started this first chapter, it was a woman, she said, would you help me open up a second chapter? Because my profession is represented. For those people who don't know, we take one person per profession or professional category. And I actually told her, I said, no, this isn't what I do. I'm a business consultant. I don't run networks. And she said, well, this is kind of consulting, you know, it's helping me build my business. I thought that was a stretch, but I said, okay. And I'm really thankful that I did, because we ended up opening 20 chapters by the end of 1 year. And I did it really by accident because I didn't have a plan. Have you ever seen the movie Jaws?
Yes, many times.
Okay. So towards the end of Jaws, Sheriff Brody goes into the wheelhouse where the captain is. And he says to the captain, he sees the shark for the first time. He goes into the wheelhouse and he says, I think we're going to need a bigger boat.
Yeah.
So the end of 1985 was my Brody moment, where we opened 20 chapters. I really wasn't trying. And I realized I'm going to need a bigger boat. I'm going to need a bigger operation. And it was at that point that I sat down and created the plan to scale BNI. We now have over 10,400 groups in more than 70 countries around the world.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing. That was January 8th of 1985. So it's going to be 37 years.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I was 28 years old when I started BNI.
Amazing. I listened to the podcast episode 640, and it's the BNI history from garage to global. Can you tell us about it? This is exciting.
Yeah, well, I literally started BNI in my garage and in an office just above the garage. And I had 2 part-time employees. Between the 2 of them, it was equal to 1 employee. And I created an organization chart that was sort of my 5-year plan. Where do I want to be in 5 years? And the organization chart had 15 different positions in it. And my goal was that every time I hired someone to fill one of those positions, I'd scratch my name out or the name of the 2 people. The 2 people that worked for me were filling 4 roles, and I was filling all the rest. So I was in like 11 boxes. So it was, Ivan Misner, founder, Ivan Misner, marketing director, Ivan Misner, complaint department, Ivan Misner, janitor.
Slash. Yeah,
I was all of them. So over the next 5 years, I scratched my name out. That was my vision. And so over the next 5 years, I scratched my name out every time I hired somebody for one of those roles, and I'd put their name in. And it took about 5 years. It was a 5 to 10 year plan. It took about 5 or 6 years. And I did that. It was a really good way, and I recommend it to business people, to create your vision of where you want to go. Now, here's the one mistake I made. When I did it, I was so excited. I drew up another 5-year plan, but I took that sheet of paper and I crumpled it up and I threw it out. I wish I hadn't. If I had kept that, it would be in a frame right above me right now, because that was my original vision of scaling the business. So anybody who decides to do what I just suggested, when you achieve it, don't throw it out. Keep it, because it's very meaningful later in your career.
Yeah, I do vision boards every time New Year comes. So I do that. I cut pictures and put it in a cardboard, and then I'll display it on my office table. And I love the giver's gain philosophy. How did you come up with this kind of philosophy, Ivan?
Well, giver's gain to me is more than a phrase. It's a way of living one's life. It's a perspective to view and interact with the world. It's an attitude, not an expectation. And when it's applied properly, it'll change your life. And when it changes enough lives, it'll change the world. And I realized from the very beginning that most networks were, like I said, really mercenary, or they were too social. And that you could focus on business without being mercenary. But the way to focus on business without being mercenary was to give first, to help other people succeed. And if you help other people succeed, and you do it with discernment, because sometimes people say, well, I give, and nobody gives back. Well, being an infinite giver doesn't mean you're an infinite victim. You do it with discernment. But when you do it with discernment, it comes back around to you, and it can be very, very powerful. And it's a philosophy that I think has worked incredibly well and has set BNI aside from the many other networks that are out there.
Right. You shared 12 things you learned from starting a business, and I love what you said. Do 6 things 1,000 times, not 1,000 things 6 times. And success comes from being like a dog with a bone. Can you please expound this one?
Yes. One of the biggest mistakes that I see businesses make in business is that they do 1,000 things 6 times instead of 6 things 1,000 times. And by the way, it doesn't have to be 6. It could be 5. It could be 7.
Sure.
I keep this right here because I talk about this a lot. People are constantly chasing bright, shiny objects. Right? It's like, oh, look at that. Let's try this new idea. And so they're constantly trying out new ideas instead of taking a really good idea that's known to work. And how do you know it works? You go to your mentors. Right. Your mentors are there to help you. You come to shows like this where you hear people talk about things that resonate with you. And you take those handful of things and you do them over and over and over and over again. If I have any superpower, as a business person, it is that I am a dog with a bone. I am somebody who really does something over and over again until I finally get it right. So, I think that's a superpower for businesses. And most businesses, they entrepreneurs like, coming up with new ideas and doing new things. It's hard to scale a business if you operate that way.
Right. I agree with you, Ivan. And one of the favorite topic in BNI podcast, personal favorite of mine, episode 654, it's the butterfly effect. A small interaction can have big effects down the line, and never hesitate to make new connections. They can take you to places you never imagined. And I'm a believer of this theory. Can you please tell us about it? How it is powerful that it brought you to the Necker Island with Sir Richard Branson. Right?
Yeah, 14 years ago, I was invited to Necker Island for the first time. Now, I literally just came back. It was my 4th visit just a couple days ago.
Wow.
So I was just there. And on my first visit, I was sitting down. I had to write an article, and it was due that day. And Richard, and I'm writing it. I couldn't figure out what to write. I had no idea what to write. And Branson walks by and he says, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, I have a deadline for an article. It's got to be sent in today. And he said, "Well, I get deadlines." He said, "But look, we're all down by the pool in the ocean. We're having a blast. Come on down and join us. And if I don't see you down there, sit next to me at dinner and tell me more about this network thing that you've got." And he walked away, and I remember thinking, "Dang, how did I get here? How did I get to Necker Island, where a billionaire says, "Hey, come on, let's go out and play. And if I don't see you, down there, let's sit in the lunchroom and talk." And I'm like, how did I get to this point? And so what I did was, that became my article that day. I reverse engineered how I got there. Who invited me to Necker? How did I meet that person? How did I meet the person that introduced me to that person? And it was the butterfly effect, which is the flapping of the wings of a butterfly. It affects something in the environment that changes the weather. And that's when I realized that the butterfly effect is real, and it's powerful, and it applies to people as well as chaos theory, which it's based on. And amazing things have happened since then. As you may already know, I made an announcement last month that, I in addition to BNI, I own a real estate investment company that I started before I started BNI. And it's enabled me to do a lot of pretty cool things in my life. And so I bought a ticket to Virgin Galactic with my real estate business. And that's why I was invited back just a week ago to Necker Island, spent another week. So I'm a future astronaut with Virgin Galactic because of the butterfly effect.
Okay, so probably you will have your BNI meeting there.
Well, I will. Yeah, I'll do my best to have a networking meeting in space. Yes.
Yeah, there are some questions from BNI members, which I'm going to share through a video. First is from BNI Manila Central Region Managing Director, Mr. Gabriel Dominguez. Let's watch this.
Hi, Dr. Ivan. My name is Billy Dominguez, Managing Director of BNI Manila Central. My question is, what do you consider your biggest challenge in being on top of BNI for the past 36 years?
Well, that's a fantastic question. And, I've gone through many, many challenges, and at the moment they always seem to be, really big. The biggest challenge I had in the last 36 years was putting together BNI Connect, which is our online platform. Many people didn't want it. Many different silos existed where they had their own software, but none of it was put together. And getting everyone to be rowing in the same direction at the same time with the same pace was probably the single biggest challenge of my professional career. One of the things that I learned from that, though, is that you must always hold the vision and not the obstacles. Because the obstacles are always going to be right there. But you've always got to be looking over those obstacles to the greater vision. So always hold the vision, not the obstacle. And I was able to successfully do that with BNI Connect, and we introduced it a decade ago, more than a decade ago, and it has been a game changer in BNI. I mean, up until then, everything was done by paper.
Right, I remember that.
Wow, that was brutal.
Yeah. Another question is from a president of a newly launched chapter, Infinity. Let's hear from President Vilma Noche.
Hi, Ivan. My name is Vilma Noche, founding president of BNI Infinity, which was launched on August 26 this year. My question is, being a new chapter, what do you think are the most important values we should adopt and culture we should build during our first 6 months to ensure growth and sustainability for our chapter?
Well, that's a great question. And I think the key in building a successful organization is to live the core values of that organization. And so her question is, what are the best core values to adopt?
Values.
And the answer is all of them. There's only 7. What happens is it's like if you're not living all of the core values to the best of your ability, it's like taking a car and starting to take pieces out of the car and say, well, do we really need the front left wheel? I mean, how badly do we need that? And the steering wheel, how important is the steering wheel? And so when you start pulling out things from the core values, then it impacts the organization. So I'm a strong believer that culture eats strategy for breakfast. The culture is the secret sauce of a successful organization. It is the DNA of an organization. And so that DNA is created through the implementation of core values. And so I would urge all chapters to do their best to implement all of the core values, like giver's gain and lifelong learning and building relationships, recognition, accountability, traditions plus innovation. All of these are core values that will make a substantial difference. And for those of you who aren't in BNI, think about your success as an organization. You have got to create core values that you inculcate into the DNA of your business. If you're not creating core values, trust me, your employees are, and they might not be the ones you like. And so you've got to be really clear about it. And that's why I think as the founder of an organization, I have to be the culture champion for the things that we need to be doing in order to be successful. I hope that answers the question.
Definitely. Love it. Another question is from a very new member, Voice Master of the Philippines, Pocholo Gonzalez. Let's watch this video.
Hi, Dr. Ivan. My name is Pocholo de Leon Gonzalez, also known as the Voice Master of the Philippines. And I'm one of the newest members of the newly launched chapter of BNI Infinity. My question is, I have been a member of many organizations here in the Philippines, including JCI. What do you think BNI has that other organizations don't have? What makes it different than other organizations? Thank you very much.
Great question. And by the way, I love JCI. BNI has a strategic alliance with JCI.
Yes.
And so oftentimes to me, it's not a matter of either or. Either you belong to JCI or you belong to BNI. In many cases, it's both and. Because different organizations have a different focus. In several of my books, starting with The World's Best Known Marketing Secret and Networking Like a Pro, I talk about the importance of diversifying your networks. That it's important to belong to different kinds of networking groups. And JCI is a different type of network than BNI. What BNI has that most organizations don't is that we have this focus on one person per professional classification. And we have this this culture that is, I think, very powerful. And sometimes people try to, they start a network and they try to be a BNI lookalike. And it's easy to steal ideas. What's hard to steal is culture. That's really hard. And so BNI has created this amazing culture that has taken us to 70 countries. I mean, wow. You could go to, you're in the Philippines, you could go to Sweden and watch a meeting and not know what they're saying, but you know exactly where they are in the meeting because the program is very much the same all around the world.
Very structured, yeah.
Yeah, very structured, but fun. I know I'm going to a great chapter when I come out of the meeting and my cheeks hurt from laughing and smiling so much. So yeah, the structure is important, but you also have to keep the fun in the fundamentals.
Right. Positive and supportive community as well. It's all about building relationships. I would like to thank Billy, Vilma, and Pocholo for those wonderful questions. I would like to take this rare opportunity to ask these few questions. But guys, if you have any questions for Dr. Ivan Misner, please write on the comment box. Pandemic struck the whole world and we were not prepared for it. My business was really affected. Events were canceled. I felt so lonely, and at some point, Ivan, I was depressed. I love what you said, be a beacon of hope in the sea of fear. Please share it to our audience.
Yes, I think that, everyone experienced challenges, virtually everyone during the pandemic. When you think of what BNI was, we had 10,000 groups that met in person every week. And the key, there were several things that I think were key to being successful through the pandemic. One was having hope, because I do believe hope is more powerful than fear, and that your network is a beacon of hope in a sea of fear. And so it's important for us to focus on the opportunities that existed and to pivot. Those of us who were able to survive and even thrive during the pandemic were people who were able to pivot in the business. And that's hard to train and to teach. But what I would recommend is, first of all, if you think that the pandemic is over and you're not going to have to pivot again, think again. Because in a few years, there'll be something else. It may not be this bad. It may not be something like the pandemic, but you're going to be required to pivot throughout your career.
Right.
And so it's very important that you be looking ahead in your profession and be thinking about, what if this, completely changed? How would I change with it? For example, I wrote an article for Entrepreneur in 2018. 3 years ago, 2 years before the pandemic, that said the future of face-to-face was online.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
And people within BNI were like, oh no, that's just, I can't believe you're saying that. I mean, they were really upset with me. But I saw technology changing, and I realized that BNI was going to be disrupted, or we could lead the disruption. And so what I urge all business people to do is to think about, how can you be disrupted and how can you lead the disruption that takes place? Don't be like Kodak. Kodak, the film company?
Yeah.
They invented the digital camera.
Right.
They had the patent on the digital camera. But they said, well, we don't want to mess around with our film processing business, so let's license it out to other companies. How did that work out for them? Not so well. And one of the executives went on record saying, besides, who's going to ever look at a photograph on computers? It's, everybody wants a printed copy. And so they were not looking ahead. And look what happened to them. We all have to be, pulling out our crystal ball, getting our binoculars, looking out to the future. And we need to do our best to pivot. And maybe you don't pivot immediately, but you got to pivot as quickly as possible. I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, very well said, Ivan. But we were used to traditional meetings, face-to-face,
Yeah, of course.
handshake, exchanging business cards. But we also embraced the online, and I'm so proud of BNI, who quickly adapted to the new normal. Hybrid chapters. Is it being practiced in some chapters already?
Yes. And I think hybrid chapters are inevitable. Now, let me be clear about what our policy is at this point. Mm-hmm. Our policy at this point is, we want chapters to go where they feel most comfortable and safe. So if they're talking about going back to in-person, it's got to be in a safe place, a place that does not have a lot of COVID cases. So assuming that you're in a place that doesn't have a lot of COVID cases, we're okay if a chapter wants to go back completely in person. We don't want to tell chapters, no, you can't, we want to be flexible. Let this play out properly and organically. On the other hand, we have many chapters, yours is one of them, I believe, that started online.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And so we have at least 700 chapters that started online, and they may never go to in-person, ever. And so we want to honor that. So you have these two ends of the spectrum, but what I think is really likely is that I think we're going to see a lot of hybrid chapters. Mm-hmm. Hybrid being, let's meet online 3 times a month.
Yeah.
And let's meet in person once a month, or even once a quarter. I still like meeting in person. There's something powerful about, just like you said, meeting in person, shaking someone's hand. It's very powerful. So I think the future, the near future is hybrid for sure. Mm-hmm. And we'll see what plays out. And we don't want to force chapters to pick one, either online or, either in person or online. We want it to happen organically.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, as long as the chapter is safe, the location is safe, safety is still the number priority for everyone.
Absolutely. And that's why, I give a lot of credit to BNI CEO, Graham Weimiller, who saw COVID coming before I did. He, in January, he started flipping chapters in Asia to online, and Europe was in February and the rest of the world was in March. When most people were saying, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? The truth is, his actions saved hundreds of thousands of businesses all around the world by having us transition online so early.
Yeah. And BNI has 10,400 chapters in 74 countries.
Yeah.
And of course, one of them is Philippines. And as per statistics, we have grown in terms of the number of chapters members. Did you see this coming when you were writing your goals almost 37 years ago, that you can have this 10,400 chapters in 74 countries?
Yeah, I did calculations. This is back in June of '86. I started it after I created the plan. When I had my Brody moment in December of '85. I started thinking about how many chapters could we have. Now, you go back to '85, '86. There was no internet. There was no Google. You couldn't Google data. So I had to literally go to the library and check out books and get reference books to do calculations. And I remember it was June of 1986, I calculated that someday BNI could have 10,000 chapters. And I remember saying this to a friend of mine, and this is June of '86. He said, and 10,000 chapters? I said, yeah, I think it's possible. He said, and how many chapters do you have now, Ivan? I said, 30. He said, you have 30 groups and you think you could have 10,000. I'm like, yeah, actually I do. I think I can have 10,000 chapters. And I remember him saying, well, it's good to have goals. Very good to have goals. He didn't believe it, but I did.
Yeah.
I thought it would take longer. I really did. I thought it would take longer than it did. We did it in 36 years, 35 years.
Right.
The end of the 35th year. So we did it in almost half the time that I thought. I thought it would take 70 years to get to 10,000, and we did it in 36. So that part surprised me, but hitting 10,000 did not. I knew that was possible.
Yeah. We are so proud of you, Dr. Ivan Myers.
Oh.
Thank you so much for BNI. And we're happy also here in BNI Philippines. Even we find it challenging for our businesses during the pandemic, I'd like to mention that from December 2019, our chapters grew in number from 17 to 36 chapters. And members from 588 to 1,297. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
During the pandemic. And one of the reasons of this growth is because of our franchising development team who are working so hard. And the goal is really to expand to every city and municipality in the Philippines. And did you know, Ivan, we have 7,100 plus islands in the Philippines.
I didn't know you had that many. I knew there was over 1,000. That's incredible.
7,100 plus. And we hope to reach as many cities as we can. What would be your advice to everyone who's watching right now, who want to be part of this amazing organization, possibly through franchising?
Well, I'd reach out to BNI Philippines to find out if there's a local chapter or to help start a chapter. The truth is that, BNI is it's a boost to the local communities.
It is.
It's all about helping local communities thrive. And, one of the best ways to make a difference in the world is to make a difference locally. And that if you have a lot of local communities making a difference, supporting one another, you get a huge result from that. Last year, BNI generated in what we call, as you know, thank you for closed business, which is the business that members report that they received. We did over $18 billion worth of business.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, that's just incredible. And so we make a big difference for businesses around the world. And so I would urge you to go, reach out. And if you're watching this from another country, go to BNI.com, find a local director and see what it takes to participate.
Yeah. And Now to my last question.
Yeah.
We are incredibly proud of you, Dr. Ivan, because amazing BNI meetings. It's very structured. It has agenda, beautiful trainings, BNI Connect app, and building relationship among members has helped us a lot to thrive in these most difficult times. And Giver's Gain philosophy is really truly an amazing core value of BNI. How do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years from now, personally? And of course, BNI, what's your goal?
Well, I think, first of all, thank you for your kind words to me. I love.
Welcome.
I love what I do. I'm humbled by what BNI has become. When I go to an international convention, and we haven't had it in person for the last 2 years, but I'm really looking forward to coming to the next international convention, which is going to be in Singapore, really close to you.
We hope to see you there.
Yes, I will be there. And I'm just humbled by what I see with the flags from all over the world and the different languages and accents. And, you walk in and it's like a United Nations meeting, but every country loves each other. I mean, it's just an amazing experience. And I'm really, really looking forward to that. My role with the company now, to answer the second part of your question, where do I see my involvement? I don't plan on going anywhere. My role at the company now is sort of the Colonel Sanders of BNI. I'm the voice of BNI. I love what I do. I think an entrepreneur is either working in their flame or working in their wax. When they're in their flame, they're on fire. They love what they're doing. When they're in their wax, it takes all their energy. I've been working in my flame now for many years, and this is absolutely my flame. So I hope to be continuing to do this and do this for a long time to come, because I really feel like it's making a difference in a lot of people's lives. So I want to keep doing this. Invite me back, and I'll do this again.
Yes, please.
Maybe we could talk about one of my a specific book anytime in the future.
Yes, I would love to have a book. What do you call it? Infinite Giving. I saw it in podcasts. Yes.
Yeah, Infinite Giving. It's a great little book.
And the Mentor book. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great little book written by Greg Davies and Julian Lewis, both BNI directors, with me. And it's a quick read, but it's all about the 7 principles of Giver's Gain.
Yeah. And before you go to Singapore for the global convention, please come to the Philippines. We have wonderful, wonderful islands.
I'll do my best. If I'm not able to do it at the convention, I certainly want to be in the Philippines. I have not visited the Philippines yet, so
it's not Necker Island, but we have a lot of wonderful beaches as well.
Yeah, good.
I want to show you these 2 photos on screen, and please describe them to us. Who are they to you? First photo, the Sir Richard Branson. I know this is in Necker Island. Can you tell us about his picture?
Well, yeah, Richard loves chess. I mean, he just loves chess. And we played 3 games of chess while I was on Necker, and that was the picture on the left. The picture on the right was Richard and I at lunch. And we weren't alone. There was many people. There was probably about 30 people there. I happened to have an opportunity to sit with Richard and talk to him about the things that he's excited about and working on, and so I find Richard to be very very regular. I mean, he's a regular guy. He behaves.
Humble.
He's a humble man. His ego does not enter the room before he does, and I've said for years, a humble person doesn't think less of themselves. They just think of themselves less. And I would use that phrase to describe Richard. He's a good man who really cares about the people who work for him. I've seen him treat day laborers the same way he treats millionaires.
Wow.
And I have the highest respect for Richard Branson.
Sir Richard Branson.
Sir Richard Branson.
The second photo is one of my favorite authors as well, Jack Canfield of Chicken Soup for the Soul. What can you say about him? Dr. Ivan?
Well, Jack is very much the same in terms of humility. His ego does not enter the room before he does, no question about it. I've known Jack for probably 17 or 18 years. He invited me to join an organization called the Transformational Leadership Council, which I have been a member of for most of that time. And I'm on the board for that organization. What I love about Jack is that he's probably the quintessential example of lifelong learning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've seen him at so many events because I'm a member of TLC. He goes to all of the TLC meetings. He is always in the front row, and he is always taking notes. It doesn't matter who the speaker is. It really doesn't matter who the speaker is.
I love that.
He's in the front row. He's taking notes. He is an absolute lifelong learner, and I respect Jack a lot. He recently invited me to facilitate one of his trainings in Santa Barbara, and I really enjoyed spending the week with him there in Santa Barbara.
I hope to meet him someday as well.
You'll love it. Jack, one of the things about Jack is he stays until the last person wants a photo.
That's
cool. So, sometimes the speakers are in the back room, they're in the green room, they don't want to come out and see people. Jack stays out there until there's nobody else asking for photographs, and then he'll leave. And so he's often one of the last people to leave because people want to, stand in line and take a photo with Jack. So
that's so cool of him. Thank you so much. Before I let you go, I wouldn't be able to sleep without asking this question. What would be your advice to me as a mentor of our chapter, mentor coordinator?
Well, mentor coordinator, I recommend you read the book, The Networking Mentor, which I wrote. It's the only book that I did that's a parable. It's a story. But I think my advice in general as a member is engage in the program. Don't be a minnow. It's an acronym, a member in name only.
All right.
Be play full out. Be fully engaged in the program. I did it. You obviously listened to my podcast, and I did a podcast with a woman recently, and I think she said she paid $5,000 many years ago, $5,000 a month for Yellow Page advertising.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, here was the question that I had: is if BNI cost $5,000 a month, how would you treat it differently?
Mm-hmm.
And people I've talked to said, "Well, man, if it was $5,000 a month, I would really fully engage." Well, it's not $5,000 a month. It's a whole lot. It's not $5,000 a year. So why not fully engage? Because the value of a membership in BNI greatly exceeds the cost. And so play full on, play full out in BNI, and engage completely. And that's the best way to build your business through referrals.
Right. Thank you, Ivan. I had a blast. This is really a dream come true. Thank you so much for gracing the show. It's MysSpace show, and we are happy to have you on the show. I'm sure a lot of people are inspired and empowered by your story and your achievements. But before you go, I want to flash this token of appreciation for you.
Thank you.
This is you. Dr. Ivan Meister, we love you from BNI Philippines. And this picture of yours, it's amazing, right? This is from It's MysSpace Show, BNI Infinity chapter. Of course, EV Creatives. Thank you so much, Erwin. Thank you, Ivan. Thank you for your time.
Anytime, my friend. Thanks for the invitation. I appreciate it.
Right. I'm looking forward to your book, Networking.
Yes.
Master Networking, and of course, The Infinite Giving. We will be right back for more. Don't go away. much, Dr. Ivan Misner. You know, guys, off cam, we were talking about his trip to Antarctica, and he is so excited about it and how he plans to take a selfie when he's there. And I told him to bring a selfie stick with him. And he says he doesn't have one. And I told him we have a lot of selfie sticks here in the Philippines. And I told him because we are the selfie capital of the world. And he was really laughing. I had a blast interviewing Dr. Ivan Meissner. Thank you so much. And I'd like to thank all the BNI Philippine members who are here today. And thanks from the bottom of my heart for watching. And I want to say thank you to all the members for believing in the giver's gain philosophy, especially in this most trying times. And I want to make a shout out to our National Director of BNI Philippines, Dexter Ortega. Hi, Dexter. Mabet Malonzo of BNI Griffin, Lee Stain of BNI Limitless, Ruby Evangelista, BNI Infinity, Ninfa Uy Villaluna, Dasmariñas Region Cavite, and Ms. Mirna Neri, BNI Limitless, Roel Villaluna, BNI Dasmariñas Region Cavite, and of course the Infinity, Full Force, Rowena, Ana Cristina, Drew, Rita, Ed, Peter, Filma, and a lot more. BNI star Abigail Joan Lim, and of course, happy birthday to BNI members of Infinity Chapter, Vilma Noche, our president, Jeff Zapanta, and of course, Malu Bauda. Okay, so if you are not yet part of BNI, you are welcome to join us. We are welcoming business owners, and now more than ever, we need all the support we can get from the people who understands us the most. We have 36 chapters here in the Philippines. We would be very happy to see you one of these days in our chapter meetings. Don't go away just yet because we are ready to announce the giveaway lucky winners. So, Direk, I think we are ready to flash on the screen the winners. Let's read out the winners. For Mary KPH, congratulations to Rita Vargas and Queen Jamaica. For Galuta White, Mindful VCO of Bianca King, we have Miss Mirna Neri. For Gluto White, congratulations to the following: Rene Rose Oriol, Nanette Michon, and Rose Rebatis. For Warehouse Club PH, HKT Fragrance, congratulations to Prince Nathan Mabitado. And of course, for Tarkie, 100 pesos GCash, congratulations to the following: Jennifer Londe, C. Brian Lato, Sheen Detlin, Tayan Macmode, and Ana Cristina Cruz. Congratulations to all the winners. We will message you on how to claim your prizes, or please PM us at It's My Special FB page for your details. Thank you everyone for joining today's Season 2, Episode 11. See you again next week, November 21. Since we talked about Giver's Gain philosophy, which is one of my favorite core values of BNI, I borrowed this from our podcast. This is amazing. I want to share this to you. Why we give? We give because we understand that in our community, what we do, others will do, and we will all benefit, particularly in a BNI group. We give because we know that in the same situation, others would do the same for us. We give because we want to give back where we have profited before. Next slide, please. We give because when we work together, we get bigger and better results from working on our own than working on our own. And we've really seen that in BNI, and I can really attest to that. And we give because we enjoy it. See you again next week, November 21, Sunday, 11 a.m. for another fun, insightful, and empowering Sunday. Thanks to our two special guests, Rio Ilao. I'm so proud of you. And Dr. Ivan Meissner, thank you so much for gracing the show. And thank you to our media partners, mompreneurs, viewers, and avid followers every Sunday of It's My Space show. Enjoy your family day, guys. Remember, be brave, be happy, and keep smiling. Bye!
It's MysPace Show was launched on April 25, 2021.
Please join me as I update you with events, interview inspiring and empowering people, share with you places I've been to, some of my adventures, and share with you life discoveries through life hacks.
There were 14 episodes in Season 1 with 6,000 up to 14,000 highest reach and 2,000 to 12,000 highest views per episode featuring events, people, places, and life hacks.
But what really makes me smile nowadays is that I get to do what I love.
Ms. Ms Rio, our host, is a multi-awarded events organizer for 11 years. She is also a vlogger, health and fitness advocate, professional events host, motivational speaker, mompreneur, and a good mentor.
Every day you learn something new and you discover something new, especially now that you're together.
It's MysPace Show is grateful for all the support of brand partners, media partners, bloggers, friends, family, and all the moms and followers who relentlessly shared the episodes weekly and happily joined our giveaways and fun digital campaigns. Season 2 is finally here, and we promise to give you amazing guests, interesting and heartwarming episodes that are worth sharing and will surely inspire every soul.
Mabuhay po kayong lahat.
It's MysPace Show, your events, people, places, and life hacks Sunday online show.
God bless, be brave, be happy, and be healthy. Bye!